Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two standout quarterbacks from the league-altering 2012 NFL Draft. It's Russell Wilson going up against Andrew Luck. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, after an off-season of questions, football is back here in the East Bay at Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Oakland Raiders. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now the former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Procise. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Here's the offense. Certainly some threats on this offense, and one of them that they target is Doug Baldwin.
Not only does he do a nice job catching the ball downfield, he's also a tremendous blocker that helps unleash the running game.
Now Wilson on second down. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Robert Kindici able to drop him for a loss of 4. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On 3rd down, Wilson. He's got time. He's got Curse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A 2nd down carry for Procise. And he'll take this one down to the 36. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
A former first-round selection, Bradley Roby is comfortable whether covering in the slot or outside the numbers.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And the play clock's running down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Wilson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert?
And touchdown, Seahawks. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And Mr. Cooper, Amari, a headliner in this offensive unit.
Brandon, it's rare that you get guys so polished coming out of college, but Amari Cooper has carried himself like a pro probably since he was 6 years old. He is a terrific talent.
3rd and 2, Luck. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Now a 1st down throw, Luck. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Luck on 1st down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Ataba Rubin makes the stop.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
On second down, here's Love. That's caught at the 3. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, you gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They run again with Michael. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
So the offense needing 4 yards. It's third down. They go play action now. Wilson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
On first down, Procise. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Time running out here on the play clock. On second down, here's Wilson. Wilson snags it left side. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Brief break in the action here. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. They get 31 yards that time. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
First and goal from the 1 as they look to punch it in. And they'll bring him down after. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to... And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. C.J. Procise, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a 1st down throw, Luck. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
On 2nd and 10 now. Back to the air. Luck on 2nd down. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And quickly, they get to the line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
And the wideout in motion. On 2nd and 10, Locke. This will be caught at the 2. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
There's so many things that can ruin a game for an offensive lineman, but defensive tackles at the line of scrimmage, at the point of attack, who can make you miss and get upfield and make plays like we just saw there for big loss of yardage, those are the guys that ruin games for you, because they're not just lining up and you're able to hit them right off the line of scrimmage. They can make you move and make you miss, and then you have plays like that.
To throw is Locke, and they're going to bring him down back across midfield at the 45. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. You got 4.
To throw on second down is Locke. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing on third down, Luck. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. Stop right there.
They come out here in the eye. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Second down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Bernard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Now Luck on 3rd and goal. Surveying the field. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a gain of 21 that time. And that'll be good for a Seattle 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now Wilson on 1st down. Baldwin with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Another pistol look here. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Complete. Richardson has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll try and run for it with Michael. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. Wilson on second down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Luke Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. And they will line up now for the two-point try. They'll run a toss play to Michael. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On 2nd and 10, Locke. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. 23 yards on the play.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what they play man coverage against you. He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good. I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Back to the air, Locke on 2nd down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Back now in the East Bay. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Fresh set of downs here. Defense showing blitz. Luck on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll try and burn some clock with Rawls. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. Every time I see a coach challenge a spot, that makes me a little bit nervous for that coach. Those are very difficult to get overturned.
Well, the biggest reason, correct me if I'm wrong, is just technology. A lot of times you just don't have the angle.
Yeah, I think all the coaches, when they want to challenge that type of a play, they want to put the magnets or the things, the sensors in the ball to show exactly where it is. But right now, it's all about us humans.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
It's a short kick taken near the 18. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
C.J. Procise was the intended target, and now it's second down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now it's Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 2nd down, Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Wilson finding time. He finds his man, Baldwin. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And now a first down following that long gain. Now a handoff. It's Christine Michael. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
They go to Michael again, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Play action. Now Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Luke Wilson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. All right, now the Seahawks face a big 2-point conversion attempt. Wilson going to throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone, so that pushes the lead up to 4. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
This is taken near the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Throwing is Luck. And incomplete. A drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration, the focus necessary, and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Luck. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, to be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Man open left side, it's Williams. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Watkins alone on the left side. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Watkins. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Here's Bernard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Again, here's Bernard. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the I. Luck on the sneak. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. On is Hauschka now for the Seahawk field goal. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And he's not able to come through. This is no good. And that is how this game comes to a close. Well, we were prepping for overtime up here in the booth, partner. Thought for sure we were destined for OT. And then the chip shot field goal, no good. A tough loss.
Oh, without question, because when you're saying prepping, I was locked in. I think you were too. We're going to overtime. I was already gathering my thoughts about, okay, how do we start? What happens with the coin toss? Who's going to play defense first? And I have to admit, I'm in a little bit of shock that he missed that field goal.
I'm absolutely still in shock. Just a tough way to end it. So for the Raiders, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders are winners here as we say so long from Oakland.